Hey guys, so my name is Logan, and you might be able to see that on my profile. But I just started to make a video today. I've done this a little bit in the past, but I'm just sick of not making progress on my entrepreneurial journey. And it always feels like one step forward, two steps backwards. And to me, that's tough because, I know I have so much potential along with a lot of other people. And I'll get started on something, I'll make a little progress, have a little bit of success, and then either it fizzles out or something happens and I realize I can't do it anymore, or there's a million reasons why I don't persist, and it's really tough. So kind of what I've been on recently is uh, thinking of some kind of SaaS business or digital marketing, which if you don't know what SaaS is, it's software as a service. So providing some kind of service that through software, so like contractors or something, to help them out. That or just build them websites, do digital marketing, that kind of stuff. And that's still what I want to do, but I just don't know the best way to approach it. So the past less than a week, probably the past 4 or 5 days, I've been just listening to the audiobook of $100 Million Offers by Alex Hermosi. Honestly, you could say it about a lot of books that wow, this is a really good one. This book is really good. And I'm not paid to say that, obviously. I mean, this is a brand new YouTube channel that I'm starting over on, and clearly nobody's paying me to say that. Even if they were paying me to say it, I would say the exact same thing. You can tell that he's really taking his time to create this book to help entrepreneurs, and of course he's making money too, obviously, but at the same time, the amount of value that he's providing, and it's just unmatched, it feels like, to other books that I've read. So I've been taking notes. I think I'm halfway through, about maybe slightly over halfway. I don't know if it's backwards or forwards or whatever, it might be mirrored, but you can see right there, that's 22. I've taken 22 full pages of notes here, as you can see. Sorry, the table's kind of a mess, but this is actually a different file. I'm just using it to write on, so I don't have to write on this tablecloth. That'd be awkward. And yeah, I mean, I've been taking the time to just literally just take notes, and he's talking about refining an offer, making it so good of an offer that people cannot say no, and it makes the sales process easier. It makes making a lot more money easier, and fueling the business and all that. So that in combination with the just stereotypical, not stereotypical, but the typical chat GPT, seeing what the best approach is, kind of taking all of that with a grain of salt, because it's AI, it's not perfect, just using it for ideas, and then really diving deep on these principles that he's applied to business, because clearly he's extremely successful, and a lot of people that he's worked with and have applied his principles have had success. It's pretty obvious why when you read the book or you listen to it. So I don't think I'm going to do it anyway. Back to me and my journey a little bit. I don't think I'm going to do this every single day. Not because it's too difficult, but just because I kind of want to focus more directly on the learning part of all this, and then how I'm going to apply it, and then actually, doing it. But my goal is to do something obviously have success, but learn what the best business strategy is, continue down that road, obviously make all the mistakes that I need to, trial and error, but try to get there as quickly as possible, so that way I can, quit my job, I can support my family. I've got a baby, less than a year old. I've got a wife. We've got a house. I want to make it so she doesn't have to work anymore, even though she is still a little bit. And, that's the goal. It's just tough because, years ago, I had no direction, and I was like, I don't even know what I want to do. I'll just keep working in a restaurant, which I do still work in a restaurant. But eventually I was like, okay, I want to try this entrepreneur thing. And then I was like, maybe drop shipping. I don't think it's impossible, but it just doesn't seem like a realistic business solution for most people. And then I was like, maybe I'll get into something like contracting. I worked for a fence company doing sales for almost a year. Then I had my baby. And during that time, I was like, maybe I'll try junk removal, maybe I'll try power washing. And I actually did a couple jobs of each of those. Had my branding down a little bit, logo, name, all that stuff. I actually made an LLC for the power washing, pressure washing, whatever you want to call it. But there's a lot of issues with that kind of stuff, especially if you want to make a lot of money. And like, I don't want to come off as selfish, but yeah, I mean, that's the goal, I mean, it's to make a lot of money. It's to not buy myself a job. And not to say that I don't want to work. Like, I want to work, but buying myself a job would be owning my own business, doing all the work in the business and not really having time to grow it because I'm constantly power washing, pressure washing, whatever. And like, okay, maybe I hire somebody, but that's a big cost to be able to like buy some of my own time back. And like, at that point, I'm just working on the logistics only. I can't actually grow the business. So I did give up on that, just plainly said as possible. I did give up on that. I will be probably selling my truck, selling the rest of my equipment, and moving on, and I know I'm going on for a little bit here, but this is also the introduction video, so I'm kind of spilling my feelings a little bit. I don't know about feelings, but just like my thought process. And, I mean, maybe some of you guys have similar thought processes. Like, I know a lot of people do kind of get hooked on certain side hustles they want to do. They'll do it for a little bit, and they'll change their mind, or they realize it's not quite what they expected. But yeah, now I'm focused on like, how can I solve pain of businesses, contractors, whatever, something like that, to where I can automate it and I can provide a lot of value, and I'm not just the contractor who does all the work. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just not what I want to do. It's not the scalability and really the work I want to do. I don't want to be out, doing manual labor 8-10 hours a day just to make a decent living. And when there's a lot better tools at my fingertips, like this book. This book, $100 million $100 million offers, and the other two $100 million leads and money models. Those books aren't really applicable to something like contracting. I mean, yes, they are. They are, but not in the way of just fixing problems for businesses. So anyway, I've got an Amazon order coming in for the physical book, so that way when I'm done taking notes, I will actually literally read the book while the audiobook is playing. So that way, I mean, it'll be storing it in more places, as he says. And yeah, I know I might get someone say, oh, he's just trying to sell you another book. Yes, I get that. Like, I'm not dumb. I understand that I'm buying two versions of the book, two copies. But if I can get more value and pay attention better, and I'm more invested in it overall, and it can help me make more money or quit my job sooner, why not? It's the total for the audiobook and the physical copy is less than $30. Bring it on, So anyway, it's day one. It's January 3rd, 2026. I'm not really a new me kind of person, more just like, I'm getting older. I'm 27 years old. I know that's not actually old, but time is moving by quickly, and I don't want it to all pass by before I have a real chance to make a difference. And that's what I'm trying to do here. So if you want to do the same, let me know. Comment whatever you want. I'll see it. I'm sure I'll see it. You guys have a good day, and I'll check in next time. Thanks so much.